Hello dear children, Grandma Shirin here with another very interesting story. As we learned last time that his brothers, they sold him to the Ishmaelites who were going to Egypt with what? With some spices and some precious perfumes, and they were going to do trade, they were going to do business there. And Joseph, while he was traveling on the camels, he was thinking back, how about my daddy? How about my brother Benjamin? They must be missing me. And how about all my lovely sheep whom I take care of? And he was so sad. But then he knew God is there to take care of me. And you know that he was not sold once only. He was sold again in Egypt to Potiphar's place, to the house of Potiphar. Potiphar was one of the ministers to the king, and also he was the captain of the security guards of King Pharaoh. And so when he was sold in Potiphar's house, God was with him. God's precious hand was on him. And while working at Potiphar's house, he was working like a slave boy, cleaning the house and taking care of everything in the house, and checking on the baker and the cook and the gardener and everything. So whatever he was doing, God was blessing him. And Potiphar realized that God is really with Joseph. And he said, Joseph, you are such a good boy. You will be in charge of entire home, and only just give me good food, and my wife is only mine. Rest, you are in charge of everything that is in my house. Because he had recognized that Joseph is honest, he is truthful, and he is very kind also, and he is hardworking, and especially God is with him. So Mrs. Potiphar, she was, in the hands of Satan, and Satan trapped her. She told him to do something bad. And Joseph said, no, how can I be such a bad boy? No, I don't want to sin against God. And she said, no, my husband will not know. And he said, no, but my God is watching over me. Everything I do, my God is watching, and I'm answerable to my God. And Joseph was very handsome also, and she always tried to convince him to do something bad. And one day she blamed Joseph. She took his coat, his top coat, and she told her husband, see, he was doing something bad and I tried to grab him and he left his coat. And the husband, he had to believe his wife because she was crying and yelling, and now Potiphar believed his wife, and he put Joseph in the prison. And in the prison that there were the king's prisoners were there. And so when he was in the prison, he was still honest, and he was faithful, he was kind, he was not doing anything bad, and he was praising God. And the prisoner, in charge of the whole prison, he also realized that God is with this boy because he was so honest. And so the in charge of the prison, the prisoner, he said, Joseph, I make you in charge of the prison. You take care of all the prisoners and report me if anything bad happened. And Joseph, he stayed for quite long time in the prison, and God was with him. All the prisoners, they realized that Joseph is not alone, his God is with him, because he was singing songs in praises of his God. He was praying 3 times a day with folded hands like this, and everything he did, he said, Lord, you are watching me. So, children, if we are honest, if we are true, we are kind, we are in connection with God through prayer and through reading Bible, God is with us. Yes. And our hands, our feet, whatever they do, God is watching us. Let's sing a song. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you do. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you do. For your Father up above, He is looking down in love. So be careful, little hands, what you do. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. For your Father up above, He is looking down in love. So be careful, little eyes, what you do. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. For your Father up above, He is looking down in love. So be careful, little ears, what you hear. Oh, be careful, little tongue, what you say. For your Father up above, He is looking down in love. So be careful, little tongue, what you say. Be careful, little heart, what you think. Oh, be careful, little heart, what you think. For your Father up above, He is looking down in love. So be careful, little heart, what you think. Oh, be careful, little feet, where you go. Oh, be careful, little feet, where you go. For your Father up above, He is looking down in love. So be careful, little feet, where you go. God bless you. Be careful. Take care of your body and be careful what you do, what you say. Because if you are honest and kind and true, God is with you. And people will see that God is with you. God bless you. Have a good night. Grandma loves you.